go. Hello! We missed you last week. Yeah, I don't know if many of you watched our cabbage or our lettuce wraps. We did a repeat of that because Marty and I took a little break. But we're back. It's a new year. We've missed you. Here we go. Here's a story that must be told about two ladies that are kind of old. One's a pastor, the other's not. They like to cook and chat and pray a lot. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. There's lots of laughter and lots of fun. Tuesdays on Facebook Live at 1. You'll never know what will happen when Lucy and Ethel are at it again. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. Chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. Amen. Hi, you guys. I already see Randy's already on there. It's going to be a great, great day today. We're cooking soup, or Marty's cooking soup, and it already smells good because she's got some of this stuff cooked up. But it's special because it's our first Chat, Cook, and Pray in 2021. So I want to also say that today's Chat, Cook, and Pray is brought to you by Bethel United Church of Christ, where no matter where you are on life's journey, you are welcomed here. So we're going to get started. I'm going to go around and read you the history of soup. I know that doesn't sound interesting, but Marty has found the history of soup. So get ready.
Okay, we're going to start today off by me turning on the stove here.
Now, let me see who's on. There. Okay, I guess Bill's already on because Randy's saying hi, Bill.
Okay.
All right. Oh my gosh, we're live.
Oh,
We're alive.
oh. Okay, I'm going to start by adding in hamburger that I've already browned and drained.
I tell you what,
Put that into the pot.
I'm anxious to hear what you guys cooked over Christmas and New Year's, or if you tried any new dishes. And when we sit at the table and are eating our soup, we'll ask about all that.
Okay, I put in the hamburger.
Okay,
Now, let's see.
looking
I'm
good.
going to put in 4 cups of water.
Is that
This
4 cups?
That's 4 cups. I
Wow,
measured. Yeah.
that doesn't look like 4 cups.
Well, it said 1 pint, and 1 pint
Oh.
would be 4 cups, so I figured that's.
Okay,
But I measured it out anyway.
okay. Look at that. The water goes in on top of the hamburger. That's already
Such a deal.
fried
Yeah, and this is so easy because we're just going to throw everything in here
together.
together. That's what makes this just the easiest thing, where you can sit back and watch a football game while you're cooking. While this is
While the
cooking.
soup's warming up.
And then we're just going to add in the can of diced tomatoes.
Okay.
No sodium added for your friend Linda. She'll be proud of you.
Yeah, Linda, no sodium. Hi, Sally. Sally's making barley soup right now.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah. I've been waiting for this. I'm hungry.
I know. You've been saying that all morning.
I know.
Okay.
And I'm so glad you're better. Our friend Marty wasn't feeling on top of the world
I
yesterday,
ate
but
the wrong
she's
kinds
okay.
I ate the wrong kinds of food.
Yeah. Carrots.
Yes, carrots. That's 3 carrots chopped up. And then one onion. This was kind of a smaller onion.
Okay.
Throw it in there. And then we're going to add in celery.
Okay. How
And
much celery?
I put
About a
in
half cup or?
Well, I put in 2 stalks. It said 1, but I
Oh,
put
okay.
in 2 because
Okay.
they were kind of puny.
Okay.
And then we're going to stir in our herb ox, no sodium, beef packets of that.
Okay, 2 packets of beef sodium, or no sodium, of beef stock or
Yeah, beef
powder.
bouillon. Yeah.
Yes.
And I was amazed. I was looking up about Herbox and who they were, and Hormel makes Herbox. I didn't realize that.
Now, what are you saying? Herb ox?
Herbox. Herb. Herb. Ox.
Okay, herb ox.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they make all no sodium
I
stuff
see.
that I buy. Okay, then we're going to add to that. We're going to go ahead and add.
And the corn.
This is it wasn't in the original recipe, but I thought it needed corn.
But you added it.
Yes, I added it.
So again, you all, if you got the recipe and you see,
I sent with corn.
oh, you spent it with corn in it.
I think I did. I meant to. Yes, I did. I put
Okay.
corn in there.
She put corn in there, so
Yeah,
you
that's
should
it.
have all of your ingredients.
Yes, and then we're going to add oregano. We're going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of oregano.
Okay, I won't be able to keep up with all of Randy's jokes, but he's saying a taco is a beef love letter in a corn envelope that you mail to your stomach.
Yeah, where does he get this stuff? He
I
spends
don't
way
know,
too much time
but
on it.
Lori Buck wants to know, where do you get the Herbox at Hi Kathy Corn?
Okay, Herbox, I get it at Hy-Vee or at, I know she shops Hy-Vee. And it's usually on the top shelf where short people can't see it very easily.
Okay.
That's
Okay, now what is this? Garlic?
garlic, yes, Penzi garlic.
And
Oh,
how much of that?
I'm gonna put in 1/2 teaspoon. It's something I added to the recipe. I thought it needed.
Okay.
So we'll throw that in. Put the lid back on it.
And she's,
Then-
as she's finishing up this, I will read to you some of the soup stuff, but she's adding pepper now.
Yes, 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper,
Hmm.
and then 1.5 teaspoons of salt.
We're adding the salt because there was no salt in anything.
Well, no, you did it. They had it would have been really salty the way they did it.
Oh, okay.
But I'll let you have salt on it later if you insist.
Sheesh. I get.
Okay, then I found if you add a bay leaf in, and these are really special bay leaves from
Pinsies.
Menzies, and they're from Turkey.
Okay, speak up because you might not be getting heard.
Yes, these are
Bay leaf.
I throw that in. It needs a little extra oomph of flavor.
A little extra oomph.
Mushy otherwise.
Okay, you're back on. She added the potatoes in,
Yeah.
and now she's gonna hold off before she adds the green beans. So she's adjusting the temp, and now this just has to cook for what, 30 minutes?
Oh, it didn't take that long. As soon
Because
as it
doesn't
comes
that
to a
stuff
boil-
have to get soft?
Yeah, but I cut it up smaller. It didn't take that long when
Okay.
I cooked it.
Okay, so but it's not boiling yet, so
No,
she's
So I put the lid on it. and
she's
let it-
waiting for it to boil, and I'm gonna give you some history of soup. Well, now this is an interesting fact. It's primarily a liquid food. Well, yes, it's soup. Generally served warm or hot, but it can be cool or cold. We all know that. Okay, and is that garlic powder? Lori Buck asked, and
Yes.
it was.
Yes,
And it was 1/4 of a
1/4 of a teaspoon. Well, no,
Yeah.
1/2 teaspoon.
half a
of garlic
teaspoon
And 1/4 of oregano.
oregano. Okay. It's made by combining ingredients of meat or vegetables with stock or water, and hot soups are additionally characterized by boiling solid ingredients in liquids in a pot until the flavors are extracted, forming a broth. Soups are similar to stews, but there sometimes may not be a clear distinction between the two. In traditional French cuisine, soups are classified into 2 main groups, clear soups and thick soups. The established French classifications of clear soups are bouillon or consommé. Thick soups are classified depending on the type of thickening agent used. Purees are vegetable soups thickened with starch. Bisques are made from pureed shellfish or vegetables thickened with cream. And cream soups may be thickened with bechamel sauce. And boulets are thickened with eggs and butter. There you go. I had too many soups. I don't know. Other types of soups include fruit soups, dessert soups, pulse soups, like split pea. That's an odd name. Cold soups and other styles. Okay. Oh, there's my. I'm moving back. Evidence of the thickness of soup can be found as far back as 20,000 BC. Now, how would they know there's evidence of soups in 20,000 BC? Boiling was not a common cooking technique until the invention of waterproof containers, which probably came in the form of clay vegetables.
Vessels, not vegetables.
Oh, vessels. Animal hides and watertight baskets of bark or reeds were used before this. To boil the water, hot rocks were used. This method was also used to cook acorns and other plants. Okay, so if you guys want to get hot rocks to try to boil soup, tell me how that comes out. Okay. And the word soup comes from French soupe, S-O-U-P-E, which comes through vulgar Latin, soupa, bread soaked in broth, from a Germanic source, from which also comes the word sop, a piece of bread used to soak up soup or a thick stew. Now this is interesting. The word restaurant, meaning something restoring, was first used in France in the 16th century to refer to a highly concentrated, inexpensive soup sold by street vendors that was advertised as an antidote to physical exhaustion. Physical exhaustion. In 1765, a Parisian entrepreneur opened a shop specializing in such soups. This prompted the use of the modern word restaurant for these eating establishments. So restaurant means something restoring. Then we jump to the U.S. The first colonial cookbook was published by William Parks in Williamsburg, Virginia in 1742, based on Eliza Smith's The Complete Housewife, or Accomplished Gentlewoman's Companion. And it included several recipes for soups and bisques. In 1772, The Frugal Housewife contained an entire chapter on the topic of soups. English, but as new immigrants arrived from other countries, other national soups gained popularity. In particular, German immigrants living in Pennsylvania were famous for their potato soups. In 1794, Jean-Baptiste Gilbert Playplot de Julian, a refugee from the French Revolution, opened an eating establishment in Boston called the Restaurator and became known as the Prince of Soups. The first American cooking pamphlet dedicated to soup recipes was written in 1882 by Emma Ewing. I wonder if that's from the Ewing family of Dallas. Oh, I cracked myself up. Soups and soup making. Portable soup was devised in the 18th century by boiling seasoned meat until thick. Resinous syrup was left that could be dried and stored for months at a time. Wow. Commercial soup became popular with the invention of canning in the 19th century. And now we know all that's come from those canning techniques. Let's see. Kathy Korn, you are stuck. I know, we get stuck and we go off and we go on. I don't know what we're going to have to do.
We have such poor internet service.
Yes, so maybe if we do it on our cell phone, it gets better. And maybe we have to go back and do it on our cell phone. All right. Canned soup can be condensed, in which case it is prepared by adding water, sometimes milk, and it can be ready to eat, meaning that no additional liquid is needed. Condensed soup, invented in 1897 by John Dorrance, a chemist with the Campbell Soup Company, allows soup to be packaged into a smaller can, sold at a lower price than other canned soups. This soup usually doubled in volume by adding a full can of water or milk. The ready-to-eat variant can be prepared by simply heating. Since the 1990s, the canned soup market has burgeoned, with non-condensed soups marketed as ready-to-eat, so they require no additional liquid. And then they talk about microwavable bowls who have expanded to the ready-to-eat soup market. And well,
Have
you
ever
know.
Any of those, the microwavable?
I've never had the microwavable bowls. Is that where but you don't have to add water? There's something you can put in. I haven't done it. You guys will have to tell us. Today's Campbell's tomato, introduced in 1897, cream of mushroom and chicken noodle, introduced in 1934, are three of the most popular soups in America. Americans consume approximately, okay, grab this, you guys. This is big. Cindy James is watching. Okay, so here it is. Today, wait, I lost my place. Oh, approximately 2.5 billion bowls of these three soups are consumed by Americans each year. 2.5 million bowls of just those three types of soup. Campbell's tomato, Campbell's cream of mushroom, Campbell's chicken noodle. Now, we also have dry soup mixes that are reconstituted with hot water and other fresh ingredients can be added. The first dried soup was bouillon cubes. The earlier meat extract did not require refrigeration. East Asian style instant noodle soups include ramen and seasonings and are marketed as a convenient and inexpensive instant meal. A lot of ramen noodles eaten in college. Western style dried soups include vegetable, chicken base, potato, pasta, and cheese flavors. Okay, I think I'm about done with this. In French cuisine, soup is often served before other dishes. In 1970, Richard Olney gave the place of the entree in a French full menu. A dinner that begins with a soup and runs through the fish course, then an entree, then a sorbet, a roast, salad, cheese, and dessert. And that may be accompanied by from 3 to 6 wines, but it presents a special problem of orchestration. I don't know. I can't imagine a dinner that begins with soup and runs through a fish course, and then you do an entree, whatever that is, and then you eat a little sorbet, I guess, to refresh your palate, and then you eat a roast, salad, cheese, and dessert. And that's accompanied by 3 to 6 wines. So, okay, nothing. Terry says nothing's going on his TV for over 5 minutes.
Huh.
So,
I don't know.
I am so sorry, you all. We can't figure it out, and if we have to go back to just filming on our iPhone, on Marty's iPhone, we'll have to do that. So, if you're freezing up, if it's not on, then I guess there's nothing we can do right now anyway.
No.
Because we've been having problems. I think a lot of the problems that are happening now is because, Bill says it's working on his TV, so maybe it's our TV. You know, he doesn't have it. It's not going through
Maybe
right.
Terry was asleep and didn't notice that
I don't know.
Moved on.
But that's, it's good to hear that it's working in some places. My phone is working great, occasionally stuck, but ratchets up soon. Okay, good. And Randy says his is okay. So whatever's happening at Terry's, I don't know what it is. But we're going to just move on, and that's cooking.
That's
so
gonna
we
cook.
can go ahead and let that cook
Yes,
and
yes,
boil,
we
and we
can.
can go ahead and sit down at the table and just
Yeah.
visit with people,
Yes.
which is unusual that we have
Yeah,
this amount of
this is-
time
I'm going to go ahead and throw these in.
to do
'cause it's
this.
starting to cook
Okay, so
up.
now she's throwing in the green beans.
Because it's
Because it's starting to boil, and they don't
Yeah.
need to cook as long as the other
Yeah,
stuff
they don't.
does. But
so we'll just let it
it
cook away
smells
here.
very good. So this is called a Hearty hamburger soup.
And it was an award-winning one.
An award-winning Hearty hamburger soup.
Okay.
Okay, so we're leaving that. Boil away, get soft.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and sit at the table. Marty will turn this around, and then we'll visit.
Make sure we get. Pull back here so we can get.
Okay, center it up.
Oh, now our lights go
That's
off.
what out. The
Well, I
lights
tell you.
went-
We're really burning it up here. People will think we don't pay our electric bill.
Woo! Well, I tell you what.
Yeah, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm gonna just take off my apron because
Well,
it's just another thing hanging on. There we go.
well, you did better than I thought with
Yeah, there we go.
the, oops, I need to move us just a little bit.
Okay,
All right.
that feels more comfy.
All right.
Okay, we're in our little apartment. Still have our Christmas decor up,
Yeah.
and like I spoke at in my message on Sunday. Well, this thing didn't let us stand up too hot. It's kind of to the side. That the 12 days after Christmas, tomorrow is Epiphany, and that's when you're supposed to take down your.
You know, one
Nice.
year Randy and I didn't take our Christmas lights down until February.
Well, that was a long time of celebrating.
It was called laziness. Nobody wanted to do it.
Yeah, sometimes it gets that way. But here we are, folks, finally in 2021, and I tell you what, a very challenging year that all of us have been through, and of course we continue to pray for all those who have lost a loved one to COVID, and you know, still the numbers still keep rising. So we're just going to keep on praying and keep on staying connected through our social media, whether it's Zoom or Facebook. And I'm so sorry that you know, these things keep buffering, but I think it's because a lot of it is because people are using the social media so much more today than they were. So, but anyway, so tell me something exciting, or it doesn't have to be exciting, something that happened over Christmas or New Year, some highlight that you want to share.
I fixed a new roast. Well, new, I think.
Louder.
I fixed this roast, and it was a eye of round roast. And I never fixed it this way before, but I read that this was the best way to do it. And it was to 475 degrees. 425? 475.
Okay.
And lowered it down, and then cooked it for 7 minutes per pound. So I had a almost 5-pound roast, so I cooked it for like almost 35 minutes. Then I turned the oven off and you leave it in the oven for 2.5 hours.
Wow.
And then it comes out and it was medium rare. It was beautiful.
How neat. That was good.
And it was easy.
Wow. Okay, any highlights from any of your all's holiday? Put it up there. Let us know what. And I don't know if any of you traveled or not, but and if you did, I hope you stayed safe. You know, still not a good time to travel. And if anybody has gotten their vaccines yet, that would be wonderful to hear how that's gone. What else? There's
Three
something.
of our neighbors have gotten their vaccines.
Okay, so
But
you've got
they're in
three.
the healthcare, so
Yeah.
they're hospitals.
Yeah. But it's
Okay.
exciting to know that these are coming out, and that's that light that we have, the light at the end of the tunnel, seeing that people are getting their vaccines for all of this, and that's wonderful. Trying to think of a highlight. See, I love the snow. On that Friday that it snowed, I just hunkered down, and Terry and I binge watched something that we had binge watched before, Longmire, which is a great show. And just sat there, and the fireplace was going, and just kind of grazed all day on different things, you know, just grazed away. But those kind of days are few and far between, and so just hunkering down, staying, you know, inside with the snow and all that going on outside, I can do that. I love that, and it was really a good time. So if you guys did something on that snowy day, share that with us, and we'll share that. I see some little hands up going over there. So that's great. And she's gonna check on her Zupa.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
maybe
check
she's not.
on-
She's gonna see what's on the screen.
Oh, Randy
Yeah.
said hi, Michelle.
Okay. Yes.
Mhm.
And I don't know if you want to take the risk of pulling down something that we might have missed, but
Well,
she can get that on her phone.
I'll try that on my
So
phone.
she's going back to check out the soup.
Oh, yeah, the soup's boiling nicely.
Boiling nicely.
Yes, yes.
It's very steamy. I see when you lift the lid.
It's a good thing.
That's great. What about something that you had over the holidays, that you ate over the holidays that was yummy? Anything you ate over the holidays that you'd love to have had a recipe for? That would be neat. Trying to think what I fixed. There was something. Oh, you know what I did? I fixed that. That cranberry thing tart. Oh my goodness, did it turn out good? I fixed that for New Year's Eve, the cranberry tart, and it was great. It was a great tart. So if you got that recipe that we did several weeks ago, I think it was before Thanksgiving or something, we did the tart.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
before Thanksgiving.
It was so good. It turned out so good. It looked so beautiful. So, that's great. All right. Marty's trying to look at her phone to see what your comments have been.
Randy said, did you hear about the big fight in the kitchen? Battered fish everywhere.
Oh my goodness. Where does he? Okay,
Oh,
here we
there
are.
we
That
are.
was quick.
Okay, another one from Randy. Cook a man a fish and you feed him for a day, but teach a man to fish and you get rid of him for the whole weekend.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that. All right, you all. We also, with this new year, again, are asking if you have some recipes that you have tried out that you want to send to Marty and I, and we can put them on our show, the recipes that you really like. That's how we can share all these good things. Marty spends her time a lot of time just looking for recipes that she thinks will fit the show and will be something that everybody can use. So I'm just saying, if you've got a recipe, you send it in to us. Email it to Bethel.
It can't be too difficult because we're not very
It can't be too difficult, she says, because
we're not.
it might confuse us. Okay, we
Might-
got something coming up there. Roy Buck said something.
Everyone loved my Christmas salad. Cherry, pie filling, crushed pineapple, marshmallows, whipped topping, and sweetened condensed milk. And
Wow, that does
pecans.
sound good.
Yeah.
And then you put it in the fridge, I take it, and let it be cold. That sounds good. That sounds like a, let's see, there's a name for that salad, isn't there?
You're
With the
thinking
cherry
trifle.
pie filling?
You're thinking of the trifle when it's layered.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe
This
that's
is
it.
just the,
But that sounds easy and good.
yeah, whipped topping.
Yes, sounds great. Very good.
Bill Wooten says yummy.
Yeah. I think Michelle had something up there. Michelle says something before the.
How do you from Iowa?
No, there's this.
Well, you know how we don't get stuff.
I
like
know,
at the
it
same
comes up
time?
at different times.
Yes, it does. It's interesting.
Yes, yes it is. And, oh, it's Randy again. But anyway, if you've got a recipe, share it with us. We're starting the new year with wanting to hear new ideas and things. Otherwise, I do the chocolate bananas again.
Well, no, I've got one for you with bananas.
I bet you do.
Yeah, I do.
I bet you do. But anyway, and I don't know if anybody. Oh, I have to do a disclaimer or something. You know how I showed you that Christmas wreath breakfast buffet thing that was so easy because you take crescent rolls out of the roller and you're supposed to put them in a circle. Okay, here's what I did, because it said connect the short ends together. So this one has figured it out, but just doesn't tell me. So here I am connecting those short ends together and then trying to make a circle like this. What you do is take the 8 rectangles that you get out of the 2 packages, you keep the triangles together and keep them in a rectangle, and you put the short end toward the center, and then you've got the long part going out, so when you wrap it, it's got plenty of dough.
But it was so much more entertaining the way you did it.
But I never could figure out why it was so hard to get the dough up over that filling. Well, it's because I wasn't doing it right. All the short ends go around in the center of the circle, and then you've got the nice long rectangle out, and then you put the filling toward the center of the circle and just wrap that over. So I am so sorry. It would have been so much easier if you could have done that, but this one doesn't even tell me because she thinks it looks funny
Well,
the way I'm trying to make
earlier,
it.
I thought there was a different way to do it. You said, no, I got this. I thought, okay,
Ah,
you got it.
that's what she
But
threw.
I watched you.
She threw me under the bus.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, and enjoyed every minute of it.
Of course.
So if you all want to try it again, do your rectangles by putting the short end toward the center of the baking sheet, and then you've got the whole rectangle to fold over and squash down. And then, so I'm going to have to make it again so I can see what it looks like that way.
It would be a
'Cause
little smaller too, so it won't be so hard to get done.
I told Marty, I am going to come clean and let you all know that I did not have the dough right. So if any of you do it, let me know, because I just feel. And when she told me that, then I went into my office and I started drawing the rectangles that way with the short ends toward the center. I thought, why couldn't I figure that out? Because that was the second time I'd made it.
Well, you even had to draw a picture to make
I
sure.
had to draw a picture because, and then that makes you worry because I don't think I've got all the connections right up there. So I don't know.
That was
what to
just
think.
a new revelation.
That was a revelation to me. See, like an epiphany.
Yeah.
It was an epiphany. And oh my goodness, that was so strange.
It was interesting.
Okay. Bill says, "What's the recipe for this?"
I think it's for the Christmas salad.
Oh, for the salad or what we're cooking here? You sent him the recipe for
Yeah.
this, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, the Christmas salad. Bill replied, "Glory, what's the recipe for this?" Okay, and she pretty much just put it out there.
Yeah, you just stir it all
You
together.
just
And
stir it all together. Okay. If a woman is upset, hold her and tell her how beautiful she is. If she starts to growl, retreat to a safe distance and throw chocolate at her. That was one of Randy's.
Mhm.
And then Terry added with toasted coconut. I don't.
Well, you wouldn't go for that one.
Go for that one.
Oh, I think he wanted the toasted coconut on the Christmas salad.
I don't know. It seems like he's answering Randy. Chocolate with toasted coconut. I don't know which.
I think chocolate with toasted coconut goes to what you're throwing to the wife if she growls at you.
That's what I say. It's not anything to do with the recipe.
No.
That okay.
And I don't know why he'd do that, because you don't like coconut.
Maybe that's why.
So
Keep
he
me
can eat all,
away.
so he can get all the chocolate.
Oh. So how's it? How?
Almost done.
Well, have you poked it? Have you
Mhm.
poked it with a fork?
I tested it.
And
I ate a
the
piece.
potatoes are done.
They're getting there. They're
Okay.
almost there.
Well, we got time.
Yeah,
We've got
they're
time.
almost there.
So because this soup is put together so quickly, we have more time than we normally ever have, which is wonderful, because this way we can talk to you all and answer your little questions on the chat. So there we go. Let's see if we've missed anything. Okay, Christmas salad, cherry pie filling, crushed pineapple, marshmallows, whipped toppings, sweetened condensed milk, and pecan. And you just stir that all together. That is a recipe, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So that does sound good. Okay. Brandy. Let's see. Happy corn. So I don't see any other comments.
Sometimes they show up after work.
I know. Sometimes they show up after the show is over. But so Christmas time, we had a very went to our family, just our immediate family, the kids, and so there was 8 of us, and then we also went on Christmas morning to watch Colin open his Christmas presents over at Aaron's, and just really had a quiet Christmas, and also a quiet New Year. So it was different. It was one of those things that you think, how strange to celebrate like this. But in some ways, the slowness of it and not having to rush around and get a dinner together and all of that was really good. I didn't mind that. Yeah. So what do you got?
That was just Sally Miller was watching.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had that earlier.
It came back.
It came back.
It came back.
So what are we doing around here? Oh, we're getting ready for our congregational meeting. Marty's already working on the yearbook that she puts together, the annual report. If you've got a report that's due, and even if your committee did not meet, there are sometimes the commissions did things even without meeting, like benevolence, the festival of sharing, and other things that we collected for. So if you didn't meet personally or didn't have a time for a meeting, you can add that. But whatever you accomplished during this time, because so many things just kept going, and it's been that kind of year. Administration, of course, did have times where they met during the year, and because they had to do things around the building and get that done, so that was important. But we are, have a full council. We had 3 go off and 3 new ones that are coming on. And most of the commissions, I think all the commissions kept their same members and all of that.
We got one opening on membership.
Okay. One opening on membership.
And I think CE has an opening, and
But if you want to fill one of those openings, that's great. We can also encourage you, if you're on a commission, to find someone in your commission that could help you with Zoom. And if you have questions, you can always, call. Marty knows, she's been doing the old Zoom thing, and it's just been going on and on. So thank God for social media and streaming devices and all of those things.
otherwise it would be really hard.
That has kept us very, very able to connect.
Well, the televangelists were doing it for years.
I know, we just never were on that train. January 10th, this Sunday, they're going to start up a Sunday school again, and if you have a child that you want to go to Sunday school, just contact Sherry Achille, give her your email address, and she can send out the information to link you up for Sunday school. That's every other Sunday starting January 10th, and they've been doing a very special curriculum, so that would be a way of getting the kids together to see each other again, because it's on Zoom, and that's so important for them to see their Sunday school pals, especially when it's been this long. And I know that some of them are tired of Zoom, but maybe in a new context, that would be a good thing for them to do, is check in with Sunday school and our Sunday school teachers. And let me see, what's another highlight of this last year?
We'll survive.
We've survived.
Yep.
I don't know. This was so different and so new to the church in so many ways. You know, some of your bigger churches, some of your churches that we've always been on TV, it wouldn't be new to them. But to try to connect and stay connected week to week is really a challenge. And part of that challenge has been met because of your generosity. And we are so appreciative of that. So, and we still need, if you have your pledge cards or your time and talent sheets are still out, please send those through email, or you can send them through the hard mail, snail mail, and we'll get them, because we need to get that number collected and see, you know, what is the pledges for this coming year. And
Betty Weaver's watching.
hi, Betty. You know, I'm always tempted to look out our window, and I swear, when I look at it on here, there's every once in a while I see something flip by, and I think, oh, there's a bird. Then I think, no, there can't
I'm
be.
hoping not.
If there is a bird, we're gonna have to run if it comes after us. Oh, goodness sakes. All right, we're gonna eat here pretty soon. I know that stuff is getting close to being
I'm not
ready.
just gonna
But
burn.
I'm afraid it'll burn our mouths up if we eat it right out of the pot.
Right out of the hopper.
Right out of the hopper. Hearty beef soup. Ooh, man, I can hear it boiling away.
Yeah.
It even sounds good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's done enough.
Oh,
Well,
Alright,
well, let me turn on the lights
turn
again.
on the lights again.
I'll put another quarter in the slot.
See, this is what happens when you have a beautiful backdrop. That keeps it from seeing us moving.
Maybe we weren't moving enough.
Well, I don't think it would matter. Because we have our backdrop behind us.
Okay, if you'll move the little Christmas tree,
I will
I'm
move
gonna
the
bring
tree.
this over and they can see this
Okay,
beautiful pot.
move my hat. Move this. You want it on top of this?
Yeah.
That
Let's see.
over.
This is what she looks like.
Oh, oh, it looks so good. Oh, man.
Oh,
It's going to be wonderful. And Sally, I hope your barley soup's coming out. You said you were fixing barley soup.
okay.
Okay, here she is, dipping up her soup. Her zupa
Zupa.
in our own little restaurant.
This said it was
Restoring.
award-winning. It had lots of rave reviews.
Okay, I wonder who was the one who first came up with it.
Oh, there was a name that I didn't.
I need more liquid. Thank you.
Have I noticed it?
Yeah,
There you go.
there I go. More liquid. Ritz crackers.
I knew you want crackers.
And you might want to bring over the salt, or I can get it,
I'll get it. I
because
don't want to be blamed for poisoning you. I mean, your friend Linda,
tell
she's
ya.
watching.
I know she is. I tell you, this first show back after being off for a
Oh,
while, it
yeah.
just seems foreign, because it's been a while since
It's been
we've
a while.
been with our pals.
Yeah, and last Monday, well, yesterday, I guess that was, we came in, it was like, oh, I have to work today. Oh.
That's hot. Be
Yeah.
careful with it.
Mm.
And I do have to say, I'm only going to add a dash of salt. There you go.
Jack a little.
That was a dash. That was a dash of salt. Okay, be watching our thing so we can see what they're saying. Bill
No.
Wootens is saying something.
I always sing Check, Cook, Pray in the shower.
I love it.
Randy
Okay.
says, never sing in the shower. Singing leads to dancing. Dancing leads to slipping. And slipping leads to paramedics seeing you naked. Remember, don't sing.
That's okay. Bill, that would be so great if you could just get you know, your head at the shower singing Chat, Cook, and Pray. Maybe we ought to make this a contest. Show us where you all sing Chat, Cook, and Pray as you're doing your everyday stuff. And we'll pick a winner. Okay? And then that winner gets to get whatever you cook on some Tuesday. I don't know how we'd send it to them, but we can. That would be so fun.
Will Terry submit one?
What?
Maybe Terry will submit one.
Yeah. You know, Terry
No,
will.
your grandkids.
Terry will. Yeah, the grandkids would. We should have Tristan and Truman send it in. They sing it all the time. Terry might sing it in his easy chair. That is a hearty soup.
Mm-hmm.
That's very tasty. And you just poured it all in one big pot.
Yeah, I didn't, you know. they wanted-
Uh-oh. Already I forgot to pray before we eat. I don't have Vicky on there reminding me.
Well, and I thought about it earlier, but.
Sure.
You know.
Okay, let's pray. All gracious and loving God, we thank you so much for this opportunity to come back together in this new year. And we thank you for this new year. We are so ready for things to start healing and going on with our lives. And we just thank you that the vaccine is now out and ready. We thank you that as a church we have stayed together in spirit, even though we've been meeting in our separate homes and separate places. But we know that you are always there with us. You are there drawing us together because we are one body in Christ. And we ask that you continue to bless us this year as we continue to go out on the airwaves and reach our members and friends. Thank you for this new opportunity in this new year. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay.
And Terry responded to Bill Wooten singing in the shower that he wasn't surprised. And Randy said, I see people my age mountain climbing. I feel good getting my leg through my underwear without losing my balance.
I still haven't seen any other recipes but Lori's, which was great. But that one is such an easy, that one sounds like it's fast, easy, and good.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't take up the hour. That is a very good soup. Very simple, but very good. It's really just a vegetable. It reminds me of a steak soup that's not thick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you haven't thickened the broth. So it's like steak soup since it's got a hamburger in it, but it's not thick. It's good. I'm enjoying it. Okay. So, if you guys have a recipe, don't forget, you need to send it in. This is a lot of soup. That
Yeah.
makes a lot.
Yeah, it does. I have a whole mat of it at home.
But you know what? I bet this would freeze great. I bet it would be a soup that would freeze great. And then when you wanted something quick, you go in, you get out a chunk of soup, put it in the microwave or on the stove, and you got dinner. That is good. Okay, I'm trying to think if there's any other announcements anybody needs to hear. Or even if you don't need to hear them. Oh, I've already got crackers out.
Yes.
Did you get any crackers?
No, I was debating whether I wanted any.
Huh?
I was debating whether I wanted any.
Oh, okay. They're good. Good.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do the dinner that was suggested in there. 7, 8 different courses with 3 to 6 bottles of wine. What do you think?
I'm thinking we wouldn't be awake at the end of the meal.
Maybe we just go to the 3 to 6 bottles of wine. This was it is very, very good. You sucked that down. You must have been hungry too.
Yep.
It is good. Don't you choke on me.
I'm trying not to.
Okay. You gotta not eat too fast. That's the problem.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, you don't chew up your veggies. Well, I tell you what, I've got this New Year's prayer that I found, and I want to share it with you because it says all those things that we need to remember about a new year and what we need to do in this new year. So I want to share this prayer with you. Dear God, on this day I ask you to grant this request. May I know who I am and what I am every moment of every day. May I be a catalyst for light and love and bring inspiration to those whose eyes I meet. May I have the strength to stand tall in the face of conflict and the courage to speak my voice even when I'm scared. May I have the humility to follow my heart and the passion to live my soul's desires. May I seek to know the highest truth and dismiss the gravitational pull of my lower self. May I embrace and love the totality of myself, my darkness as well as my light. May I be brave enough to hear my heart, to let it soften so that I may gracefully choose faith over fear. Today is my day to surrender anything that stands between the sacredness of my humanity and my divinity. May I be drenched in my holiness and engulfed by your love. May all else melt away, and so it is. Amen. So, dear, you ready to do a kazoo? Okay.
I've got it right here.
We're going to kazoo away.
Whoops.
And we want you to have a good week. Again, send us recipes, whatever you want to do, and we're going to kazoo off from our first show in 2021. Here we go.
Oh. You know, I had the sound turned off for...
Okay. Chat, cook, and pray, oh, chat, cook, and pray, oh, chat, cook, and pray, oh, chat, cook, pray, amen.
See you next week.
See you next week. We love ya.